What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm buying a super cheap, kind of clapped out CBR 600 double R for just $2,500. So if you've watched my other videos, they're usually in the format of a buying vlog. I'll give you the context, tell you where I'm going, I'll do some cinematic B-roll, show you what's going on in the environment that I'm in, whether it's California, Indiana, elsewhere, and then get the vehicle, maybe do a first test drive or test ride. But in this instance, I don't have any footage leading up to the purchase. But I do want this to be a highly valuable video for all of you. So I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do, which is a deal breakdown, a full negotiation breakdown, because I was recording at the time of checking this thing out and trying to buy it. And so I'm kind of lifting the curtain, giving you a behind the scenes pass as to how I negotiate, which if you're in the automotive arbitrage program or the motorcycle money program, you get the negotiation strategies for all of the vehicles. So this isn't new to you, but if you're just on here watching some of the free stuff on YouTube, not too invested in your knowledge, then here's some negotiation breakdown of my CBR that I got for a really cooking deal. So here is the seller's original listing. He's saying, so here's the seller's original ad. You can see the pictures of the bike right here. It's posted as a 2004 CBR 600 RR, clean title with 31,000 miles. He says if you're looking for a strong, reliable bike, you have to consider the strong one. Clean title in hand, has only 31,000 miles, which is moderately high. Has new tires, has a Yoshimura exhaust, has tainted windshield, running excellent, tags owe $240, ready for new owner, delivery is available for extra charge. No lowball, no trade, no payment, thank you for understanding. So he's asking $3,300, but you have to keep in mind, in the state of California, there's a really weird phenomenon where the registration follows the vehicle rather than the individual. And this goes along well with the ideology of the state. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, if there's back registration, if someone failed to register their vehicle and there was a lapse, then the new owner is to be responsible for that. So that's for all of you who aren't familiar with California law and the DMV practices here. I'm from Indiana, and so that's not something I grew up accustomed to. But in California, it's a factor. So $3,300 base price, ask price, which would be paid. But then on top of that, you have back reg for $240. And that just gets it to present, to current day. Then you'll have to pay for another year of registration and sales tax. So you have a lot of taxes and fees on this bike if you're choosing to register it again here in California. Essentially like a $3,700 motorcycle, if the registration was paid out in advance, like most other vehicles that you see on the street here. Now, in terms of breaking down the marketing of this, it definitely showcased the bike. That's the best way to put it. So he took pretty high quality photos. He took photos all around the bike, but he never said anything about the fact that it was down or dropped. He didn't say anything about the bad fairings and the bad plastics. He made it sound better than it was, which is one way to market them. It's not personally the way that I choose to market things, and it's not what I tell the students that are in the marketing program, teach them how to market. You not only want to show off the bike and make it look amazing and say that it's strong running, but you also want to showcase the reality of what it is, that it's been down on both sides, that there are weird creaks and squeaks and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, enough of me talking about the bike. He made it seem really, really good and like a decent deal based on the price that he posted it for and the pictures that he took, the description that he wrote. However, it's a little bit, it's not the greatest. So I went ahead actually from Orange County to LA to check out a BMW bike that is also on the channel. I made a video about trying to buying it, transacting with the guy, and then it wouldn't start again. So we redacted the deal. We said no, we pulled it back. And from there, I had immediately gone to the CBR because it was on the way home. It was close. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to check out this thing. So it was late at night, which I would not advise. Late night meetings, just because if you're carrying cash around, it's a little bit sus. You can't see things quite as well. If you're not comfortable or familiar on a bike, then it's suboptimal to say the least. So we'll jump into after I had seen the bike, after I had test ridden it a little bit, after I checked everything over cosmetically, saw that it had been down. This is the ensuing negotiation.
I did hear about it. So
yeah.
This one, if you remember,
if it was online, it would be different.
Yes.
But now I'm here seeing it in person.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so
and that's why I'm saying.
To show you that I'm willing to go with you, but again, I swear I wasn't planning to sell it for this price.
For
but
that
since you are here, I'm trying to meet you, to make it happen.
Right. I understand.
So if win-win situation, you're gonna get 50, I'm gonna get 50, it's gonna be on the middle, to not break your deal, to not break my deal. This 50 is not to make you rich, to not make me poor, or vice versa. But
yeah, I mean, I want to be at 25, so I understand if you want to sell it to the others. Thanks for showing it.
Come on,
we can see the Suzuki tomorrow if you want to. It's fine. Thank you.
Deal. 25.
Okay.
Unless if you don't want that.
Yeah, 25's fine.
Okay. Do it.
Do you have the title?
Sure. I will sell it for you without that.
Well, I didn't know if it was like back home or something.
Oh, no, yeah. But keep this one in a safe place, so... That's right.
25?
25. Correct.
Sweet.
Man.
So right here, the seller is saying that he wasn't originally planning on even entertaining an offer in the twos. He was going to say 3K flat, 3K firm, but since I'm now there seeing it in person, face to face, my offer is more substantive and it holds more weight because he knows that I'm there with cash. He knows that I'm serious. So a little bit of context. So a little bit of context on the numbers. He was originally asking $3,300, and I think I got him down to 3 online, but he said like 3K firm, no lower, which I would understand, but there's always some margin, there's always some wiggle room. We got a little Tesla I was eyeing down. Anyway, after I saw it, I was like, this thing is way too rough. This thing is nasty. There's no chance I pay 3K for it. And he was like, you know what? I'll do 29 or 28. And then I said, I'm at 25. And I just stood there. I said it and I held it.
I did hear about it. So
yeah.
This one, if you remember.
If it was online, it would be different.
Yes.
But now I'm here seeing it in person.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so
and that's why I'm saying.
To show you that I'm willing to go with you, but again, I swear I wasn't planning to sell it for this price.
For
but
that
since you are here, I'm trying to meet you, to make it happen.
Right. I understand.
So if win-win situation, you're gonna get 50, I'm gonna get 50, it's gonna be on the middle, to not break your deal, to not break my deal. This 50 is not to make you rich, to not make me poor, or vice versa.
And so he said, I'll do 28, I'll do 27, I'll do 26, and he said, meet me at least at 25.50, because he just wanted the feeling of winning. It was less about the number, I'm sure, and more about the winning of the negotiation and feeling like he made something off of the bike. Yeah, I mean, I want to be at 25, so I understand if you want to sell it to the others. Thanks for showing it. So then I just repeated the fact that I'm very firm at my offer of 25. I have cash right now, but I don't want to go above 25, and stood firm in that. That's something that I teach in the program, to know your numbers and buy on rationale and logic rather than on emotion. Because if I thought, oh, it's a 600cc sport bike for under 3K, what a good deal in this market, that would be great, then maybe I would pay the extra little bit versus saying, you know what, here's my number and I'm sticking to it. I'm detached in the event that he is not willing to come down. So I knew my number, I stuck to it. And I understand if you want to sell it to the others. Thanks for showing it. Then right here I said, I understand if you want to sell it to someone else and get more. I totally respect that. I understand if you want to show it to the others, and thank you for your time. So it's not me saying, oh, screw you, you're not taking $2,500, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, thanks for taking the time to show it. I understand that your intention and your objective may be to get more money out of the bike. So here's my offer. And if you don't want to take it, it's fine. Which is my, again, detached way of negotiating. It's that style. It's very successful in most instances. It's what I rock with on the most occasions, and it's just wishing them well. Like, I understand if you don't want to take my lower than market value offer, because I'm trying to build in margin for myself. So if your objective isn't to sell it immediately and you'd rather try to wade through more potential buyers to get slightly more money, by all means, it's your bike. You can choose to do that if you want to.
Come on,
We
man.
can see the Suzuki tomorrow if you want to. So this next line is a very, very powerful one, and it is, we can check out the Suzuki tomorrow. I was telling that to my ride to the friend that brought me along, and this just reinforces the detachment that this is not the only bike that I have to buy right now. I need it for work tomorrow. It's the only CBR, it's the only 600 available. No, there's a Suzuki that I'm looking at tomorrow. I don't remember if I actually had a Suzuki that I was looking at the next day, or if that was just a made-up Suzuki for the negotiation. But either way, it's a really, really strong card to pull. You can pull out a similar bike. Hey, I'm looking at this Ducati Scrambler, but you know, I can check out the R90 tomorrow, or an R9T the next day. Hey, I'm looking at this CBR 1000 RR, but there's this R1 that I'm thinking about, or there's another CBR there's another CBR 1000 that I can check out this weekend when the guy's available again. And so it's a really, really strong card to pull in negotiation. That's fine. Thank you.
Deal. 25.
So then, as you just heard, I just waited in silence. Let the awkwardness be, let the awkwardness exist. I sat in it, I played in it, I was dancing around while he sat there just mulling over, should I take it, should I not, should I take it, should I not? And then I said, it's okay, no pressure, and started walking away. And you can hear him go, deal, 25. And then I was like, oh, shock, okay, let's do it, yeah. He then says, unless you don't want it. And I was like, no, I want it for 25. That's my offer. I'll buy it for that. But I'm not paying a cent more than 2,500. So I ended up locking it down for 2,500 bucks, which is sweet. You'll see him right here counting out the cash. I brought the cash in hand. It wasn't 25 right now. I have to go to the bank tomorrow. I'm going to Venmo you something weird, something sketchy. It was, I literally have 2,500 cash right now. Because if I wasn't there to put a deposit on it, or if I wasn't there with the full amount, he might sleep on it and say, you know what, I don't want to take this kid's low offer. Or he may have gotten 10 more inquiries the next day and said, you know what, I can hold out for 28, I can hold out for 3K, make even more money. So the fact that it was immediate right there and the deal was getting locked down definitely helped as well. I rode this thing in the absolute worst, trashiest way possible. I mean, I was going 60 in first gear, just letting the Yoshi scream. It was a blast, but I'm gonna throw it in the garage give you the debrief. So as the sun is setting, the sun's coming down, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you thought. I would love to hear if you liked this video, if you liked the style, if you found these tips, these strategies, the breakdown valuable. Drop it down below if you want to see more stuff like this, or if you want more entertainment. We got a sweet little Porsche Panamera driving by. Anyway, if you liked this style, let me know. Give it a like, drop a comment down below, or if I'm just talking way too much and you hate this and you want to watch more entertaining Macs, more funny Macs, let me know as well. And quick shameless plug for those of you interested in educating yourself more, who liked this style of video, who want a breakdown of all the different bikes that I've had. That is in the program that I have, Motorcycle Money. Breaks down everything for every bike that I've had, the negotiations, the numbers, the everything. And if you're interested in learning the same for cars and trucks, that's in the Automotive Arbitrage program. Anyway, with that in mind, I will see you on the next one.